Oh my goodness, Soul Tribe. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so Salut, Sacred Souls. Let me get myself together. Let me compose myself. I can explain. I know there's like a crap ton of cards on this table right now. I don't even know where to start. Let's just start by me telling you guys what's overall happening here. We have a 𝘗𝑭 for Cocoa Puffs person in your energy, okay? And they are just hoping that you would be their fool again. This person is definitely two-faced, okay? They're conflicted in themselves, okay? They did you wrong in the past. They don't want anyone but you. It's a lot going on. They are not doing well, okay? They're not doing well without you. They kind of envy you and anyone you may wind up with in the future. There's a lot going on. So let's just kind of dissect this. I'm going to go ahead and turn over my hourglass. And of course, as always, Sacred Soul Tribe, there are personal readings linked down below in the description box in the areas of life, love, spirituality, of course, like your personal life path. I do dream readings. I do readings for career, money, wealth, abundance. All of that good jazz is linked down below to my Sirian Mermaid shop. So feel free to check it out, and we can do a deep dive into your personal situation and take a look at the path ahead for you, okay? So, oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I just need to go one thing at a time. So, this person, they have tried to play you. They acted like, they wanted to play you to be 𝘗𝘠𝘏𝘐 before, right? They could have treated you like you were, slow or this or that. Like they, respectfully, this is not to be rude to anyone, but this person was not very kind to you. They were very mean-spirited. This person's not a good person. They've just made a series of just selfish, narcissistic decisions. And I think this person is coming to the breaking point now. Well, we have the breaking point card. I think it is revealed to you how narcissistic they are because they like you. It says they don't like you, but won't say S to your face. I think these are people surrounding them, but I also think it's like they surround themselves with people who make them feel powerful. This is kind of like similar to what I was talking about earlier this week, but this person is egotistical. They're an opportunist. Their ego is fragile, and they feel better about themselves by literally walking on other people's heads. And it's not good. Breaking point. I think this person definitely got you to your breaking point at some point in your life. You're feeling hopeless, right? Loss, depression. And again, I don't really want to say this word. Please, Soul Tribe, call someone if you need help or you're struggling with something. Your mental health, that's very important, okay? But it says limit, final straw, and overwhelm. This person could have pushed you to that breaking point where you really question yourself, your reality. You isolated yourself from society, from people. You felt a sense of shame, like you were drowning. You didn't want to talk to anybody. And your confidence, everything was kind of like shot in that moment, dealing in this experience with this person. It says over your head, overextended, rock bottom, rejected, left alone, self-conflicted. So this could be someone that you also gave a lot to, and they just took advantage of that. This person, again, they could have been like very manipulative, resentful, competitive, and discontent. This kind of person was envious of actually your career and the money you make. So that is something that they couldn't say to your face, right? But they didn't like that. You were so powerful, you were so experienced, you were so acknowledged by the people around you in your career, by, respected and revered by your organization, your management, leadership in your company, or, wherever you were involved in. And you are rising up as a leader, but I feel like at the time you were settling for this person, or you could have been so powerful, but even if you were in a position of power and career-wise, I feel like as far as your love life, you were settling. I'll be honest, Soul Tribe. So again, you could be doing very well for yourself career-wise, or have big goals, ambitions, elevating. You're passionate about what you do. You love what you do. You show up every day, but I feel like something was just not quite right when it came to this person. You could have made more than this person as well. They didn't like that. They were intimidated by your power. And I feel like just this person, you were settling, right? It says your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. And this is my money oracle. It says, allow yourself the time and space to evolve and find your true path. You're in a state of avoidance because the action needed is too hard. So I think also this person could have projected onto you their sense of hopelessness and the fact that they feel like they're moving slower than you and they don't really have much of a vision or confidence about the path they're on, at least in comparison to you. It seems like they like to compare, unfortunately. Now it says their friends want to F you. I have to kind of blotch that out right there, but their friends were very much into you. You could have been just so electric and magnetic of a person, and this person you were with, and I also feel like this is like a masculine energy. Whatever gender you are, this is a masculine person, like toxic masculinity. They envied you because all their friends liked you. They could have a few hater friends that wanted your person at the time, this person you were talking to, and they envied you as well. Like they had like a little posse of people that, for example, like they have a really close friend that genuinely is a good person. They really care about them. They have family that loves you. Those people that are like family to them, they absolutely adore you. But this person felt like, even from childhood maybe, that they didn't get that same kind of attention or that same love and reverence because they were just a different kind of person. They were a little mischievous growing up, a little bit, like they played a lot of games and they try to finagle their way in and out of something. So I think their family, their friends were just really excited to have someone like you around. And honestly, you could have definitely made this person better, but they made you worse off. You could have actually paid for things for this person, sent them money, try to help them with stuff in their life where they absolutely did not deserve that. And so that could have caused some financial loss for you. We have the lost card again. Another card from the money deck coming out. A major phase in your life is ending. Embrace newness. Let go of what was so you can focus your energy on what is ahead of you. I feel like I can finally catch my breath. Oh my gosh. This loss, let me tell you now, Soul Tribe, this loss of this narcissist was the biggest gain you could have ever had. I'm just being honest. Let go of what was so you can focus on your energy on what is ahead of you. That's the thing. They're coming back hoping that you'll be their fool again or like whatever. They can put you in that position again to where, you're doing favors for them, helping them out, and ignoring your intuition. But you're so much in your power. You're not playing with that. You can also see some spirit animals around you. You can be very connected to spirits, animals, pure energies. Like children could really love you and animals. And like you could just really love, the youth, and just the different nature. Love to be out in nature around genuine, pure energies and souls, right? I feel like you're very big on that, very protective. And I think you're cautious now because of the new circle and that you're cultivating. You could be a teacher. You could be somebody who teaches children, teaches classes, have people that are sacred to you, whether they're, younger or not. You have a tribe that is like very sacred and protective of you. You're very protective of them. With this 9 of Wands, I feel like you're just very guarded, cautious. You were injured, hurt, your energy, your soul by this person and from the past that wants to come back. Your inner child was wounded. And I think that's another reason why you may have connected with this person. You could have been raised by a narcissist, or narcissistic people could have been surrounding you in your upbringing. And it was a wound that you had at the time that you were clearing out with this person. But I feel like now you're very cautious. Even if this person tries to come back and seem sincere, it's like you seem to just, for nothing else, want to protect the people around you. You don't want any negativity or anything coming back to people that are counting on you to show up a certain way and live as the new version of yourself. You could have been like in the worst state or mindset that you were ever in your life dealing with this person. And that was like a past version of you. You may have even felt like you had to make certain decisions that were against your morals, to be honest. and against what you know, how you were taught in to be as a person. It went against your value system, the things that you may have had to do for this person because you felt for some reason a pull to this person to help them, to be there for them. It was compromising. You know what? You could have felt like you were losing yourself in this. But let me tell you now, the grief of loss continues to be an obstacle in your life, but the more you release this and heal your inner child, which is essential here, the more you're going to expand and grow. And I feel like you're going to really just be able to close out this cycle. Your inner child's going to have the closure that he or she needs, that they need to be free, okay? Now, I wish I could take back my words. I mean, I don't know, because this person, they just seem hopeless without you. They seem like they are throwing pity parties in wherever they are at, because karma has been messing them up ever since they did you wrong. It says effing them up. Karma has been effing me up ever since I did you wrong. So it's like they wish they could take that back, but they can't. They said what they said. They meant what they meant when they meant it. And this person is kind of wild with it. They're wild. They could have been a really wild child, very mischievous child, like growing up. They could have done little things to get over and to manipulate and to see how far they could get to disobey. Like, they got a real kick out of that. And I know children are playful, curious sometimes, you got to nip it in the bud, right? But no, this is an extra energy of like, they want to be like, they want to see how much they could get away with, how much they could deceive people, get over. This person was raised like that, like, or they were just able to get out of stuff. They could have even grown up around neglectful parents or parents that were just always working, always like trying to keep food on the table, keep the lights on. And it's like they weren't really as present with this child's upbringing and their mental health and like seeing that something was actually wrong with this person, and so now they're a full-blown adult, operating like a big child that was not disciplined. Okay. Yeah, this person, not much of a good bone in their body. They let their demons and the lower aspects of human nature, they let it overcome their spirit and motivate them to do things that are just absolutely distasteful. Okay. They're obsessed with you. It says, though, they are obsessed with you. They stalk your social media 24/7. I mean, this person is literally obsessed. I use our kids to manipulate him or her to stay with me. So for some of you, I don't know if you're like adjacent to this or you know of a person like this in your life who, if you have children with this person, they're the mother or father of your child or children, this is the kind of person to manipulate scenarios to get at you or to keep you tethered to them so you don't move on, because they're very envious. They don't want you to move on to other people. I'm going to tell you that right now. Look at this. How could you move on to someone else and give up everything we had? They're constantly trying to monitor if you're with someone, if who you're talking to, what's going on, because their energy, they're pulling on you, trying to infiltrate. And I know this can be triggering, Soul Tribe, but, someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to know this today. Someone needs this reminder of the kind of person they were dealing with and that you are much better off without them. This is just not a good person. They could have betrayed you or said things about you behind your back. They're not loyal because they actually were an enemy. You could have been sleeping with the enemy or dealing with somebody who they really didn't like you. And it's not you. That's the thing. It's your essence, your aura. It's the fact that they are not you. Authentically, this is who you are. They have to try to put on a performance to even emulate an aspect of who you are. You ooze this aura. And they are so drawn to it. They want access to that. It's time for me to heal now in clarity. This is you. You're getting a lot of clarity. This person has just shown they're behind more and more and more each time. Unveiling, coming clean in messages. They could message you and say a bunch of stuff, but don't mistake their vulnerability for sincerity. They know what you want is the truth. They know what you want is for them to beat up on themselves and say, hey, I was a piece of trash. I love you. I need you back. They want whatever they can say. They're drowning. This person is suffering, right? Abandoned, left out, walked away, and cold. They feel abandoned. They have an abandonment wound. And they want to talk about the work they've done on themselves, right? They could have gone to therapy or whatever like that. No, this person, I'm telling you, it's so bad that they will go to therapy just to impress you. Not because they really think there's something wrong with them, but because they know if they say something's wrong with them and they play, they try to bring this pity party so you can empathize with the fact that they've been through so much and they're trying so hard, that maybe you'll let them back in and they can get started again on the BS. They can get back on their BS. But guess what? You are at your breaking point with this person. You've had it. You've isolated from them, or you should as soon as possible if you haven't yet and you're seeing this message right now, Soul Tribe. 4 of Cups. Look at this. The 4 Cups. Look at you. You're disappointed, apathetic. You're so over it. It looks like you're so done. This person, there's no fixing it. I don't think you care. They could try to give you flowers, this and that. You're like, I'm good. But for some of you, be careful of locking your heart down because of what this person has done. And now you don't attract the love you truly desire and deserve because you're still bitter from this connection. Try not to project that. And I know you're healing, Soul Tribe. This is why I emphasize inner child work, but try not to project that onto the next person who really could have the best intentions for you, okay? They don't compare to me. These other bees disgust me. Wow, this person's this is a very dark person. They're just ungrateful, even for the people around them. Like, you could have wanted them, could have loved them, poured into them, and they show their behind to you. But now that they could have took that energy that you were pouring into them and use it to attract other things, other people, to cheat and to backstab. But the thing is, now their karma is hitting them so hard. They don't even like these people. They don't even care about these people that are fiending for them. Now they got what they wanted, but they absolutely can't stand their life because you're not in it. You're not in it. That's the thing. It mattered. It did something for them when you were around, but now there's no power in it. They don't get anything out of it now because they don't have you. So it means nothing, essentially. It means nothing. They're seeing how empty their life is without a true, authentic soul. So yes, you're healing. You're growing, right? Truth, intentions, honesty. This person wants to make things clear. Again, Soul Tribe, don't fall for this. Don't settle for this person. Being with this person is settling. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna slow down your progress. We have the slow card for career money. It says, making slow progress, but you're getting there. Remember, slow and steady work leads to success that is sustainable. Time to stop putting things off for later when you need to do it now. So you could be healing, because sometimes when we go through traumatic situations, especially like even in relationships like this, it slows down our progress. We spend so much time and energy, trying to process emotionally, trying to clear this out and transmute it. But it's time for you to keep pressing on. Even if things slow down a little for you, keep going, Soul Tribe, because for you to stop is for you to make this person's agenda successful, and you deserve way better than that. You always have. And now, barber and designer. Artists of tresses, trimming, beautification, adornment, and fashion. Some of you could be really good at fashion. You could be really, or your style is elevating. You're looking beautiful, more polished. You're elevating in your personal brand. Like, you're rebranding yourself. You're getting that really good tailored look. Your business. You're like, I feel like some of you are beautifying your business, romanticizing your life again. You're starting to really pour into the things you love and fall in love with the process. Now, we have designer as well. So some of you are very artistically inclined, very creative types, artists. You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you, Soul Tribe. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it is time to discover a new talent. So it could be time for you to check out, like, look into grants, find out ways to get business funding, find out ways to invest in your business, and get creative, like benefits or tax benefits based off of how you're pouring into your business. There's a lot of benefits you can get, like tax benefits, write-offs. Like, look into stuff like that. Like, really invest your time into creating a new chapter for yourself. You could have felt like you lost yourself, but I feel like you're rebranding yourself. You're having a sense of renewal and reawakening into who you are. And you get to now explore a version of yourself you may have never, met or gotten familiar with because of everything from your childhood, your upbringing, growing up, trying to find your way in life, and this person and these relationships. It's like, it's like, I feel your soul crying out, like, when can I get to me? When is it going to be about me? And this is the time now. It is about you, Soul Tribe. Continue pressing on, moving forward. You're so beautiful. Love you guys. I'm going to pull a manifestation card and let you go, because I know we've been going on for quite some time. The hourglass is up. I know. Let's see. Ooh, confidence. Look, it's like you're getting your groove back. Emperor got your groove back. That's Aries energy, the Emperor card in tarot. The Emperor, powerful, divine energy. Confidence. That's you. I think that's where we can stop. Appearance upgrade. Didn't I say you're beautifying yourself? You're glamming up, you're leveling up, glowing up. Oh my gosh. I would check out beauty subliminals, beauty spells, like glamour, magic, things like that, mirror work. Start pouring a lot into that as well, doing candle work if you want to set up some sort of an altar to honor your ancestors and to connect deeper with God and your spirit team. Please consider that, because that's right in tandem with where you are now. All right, I'm sending you so much love and light. And without further ado, and in this edition of our Sacred Soul Shoutouts, I want to give a special shout out to Adonis. You're always so active on the live streams and supportive of me. And I've been having a pleasure connecting with you over the last few weeks. And was it months now? I don't know, but thank you so much for being here. I just want to pull a card just for you to see what needs to come through at this time. Let's see, Spirit. Cancerian King. Okay, let's see what's coming through for you. And you know what's funny? Your energy is a little more cloaked, I can tell, which is really good. I don't know if I should take this one. I almost want to take this one or two. Okay, cool. So, okay, let's see here. Yes, your energy is definitely more cloaked. So that's good. If you've been working on doing some protection, or you have some sort of rituals that you do to honor and protect yourself, just know that it's definitely working. You have a team of spirits that are very, very protective over you. Okay. With the Page of Cups, I feel like you could be meeting someone new. You could be trying something new. Some message from somebody you admire is coming in, from someone you like. Feels like something about a twin energy. So there's like a duality, and we had two cards come out. There's like a duality here. It could be like a sign next to yours. So like Cancer and Leo dynamic, or Cancer Gemini dynamic. I don't know, something like that's coming through. We have the Four of Pentacles as well. You seem a little guarded. 444. You're a little bit cautious here. Which is not bad. It feels like you're actually becoming a little more stable in your foundation. You seem a little more disciplined, or you're being advised to continue upon that path, to save your resources, your finances, because you seem like you're not really as invested in, like, just in general as a soul, the mediocrity of this world. You don't really seem like you're interested too much in any of that. So you're a bit cautious when it comes to who is surfacing into your reality. Now, you seem to have a calm, loving flow here. Like, you seem like someone who has even a bubbly personality at times as well. But you do seem a little guarded with something new that's coming in. And that is what's coming up. That's what I'm getting so far. Something about ice cream is coming up here too. I'm hearing ice cream, a bowl of ice cream. Cotton candy. Something about hydrating. Hydrate a lot more. Something is trying to kind of like soften some of the edges right now in your life. I think now you have more of a foundation. Now, like, the edges are being, like, rounded out like these cards are. So that's kind of just the message overall to something. There's a complementary energy that is coming into your reality. It doesn't oppose you. It doesn't aggravate you. It just maybe you're on alert a little bit more. You're more focused on the intention, the purpose, and the contract with said thing or person. And that's a beautiful thing. So keep going on this path. Keep building into your stability and aligning with the right connections that will assist you and you assist them on that journey. All right. 𝘂𝑐𝐴, 𝘂𝑐𝐴, 𝘂𝑐𝐴. Thank you so much again for being a wonderful Soul Tribe member. I'm sending you love and light. And to everyone, je t'aime et à la prochaine.